Sawasdee Krap. Good morning, all students. My name is Teacher Eric. I'm a math teacher. So if you are 5/1, 5/2, 5/3, I will be your math teacher for this year. I know that you're at home. We haven't started our school yet. So the next month you will come to school and I will see you next month. But for now, we will be doing our classes online. So I will start our class today. We will use this book. It's 5A, green color. And you should have this book. So every day we will do a little bit of math. I know not many of you like math, but math is fun. We will play games, we will have fun, and we will learn math really good. So today we will start from page 1. We will start from page 1. We will start with a unit. If you have your notebooks open, you can write in your notebook, you write this, Unit 1, we are starting with fractions. You probably know this from last year, grade 4. Fractions are not difficult, they're very easy. So today we will learn more about fractions. So the first, what is a fraction? What is a fraction? If you don't know what that means, I will write it on the board. You can write it in your notebook. You can follow me and write it in your notebook, please. So fractions, or fraction means a number, any number that is not a whole number. I will write this. I think if you take notes, it is better for you. Please write everything on the board that I write. This is for you, and you will learn better. So fraction, it means any number that is not a whole number. For example, 2 is not a fraction because 2 is a whole number. So maybe you make a note. You say 2 is a whole number. What about fraction? Fraction, let's say 3/2. This is a fraction. Fraction. Or we can give a lot of examples. We can say, oh, 5/7. 3/8. These are all fractions. This is also a fraction, but we're not going to go into this now. This is also a fraction, but we call it a decimal number. This is a decimal number. And also a fraction. But we will not learn about decimals now. Now we will talk about fractions. So, in your notebooks, in your notebooks, let's say this is an example of a fraction. Maybe some of you don't know what this is called. What is this called? What is this called? How do I read this? How do I read this in English? You probably know how to read it in Thai, but maybe you don't know how to read a fraction in English. So, A, this is in English we call nominator, and B is called denominator, and this is the divider. So when I want to read a fraction, I read 3. I will write this to read it in English. 3 over 7. Sometimes we call this over. So when we read a fraction, we say 3 over 7. This is how we read a fraction in English. 3 over 7, 3 over 2, 5 over 7, 3 over 8. So for the line, for this line, we use the word over. Over. So far, what did we learn? We learned about fraction. Fraction means any number that is not a whole number. Fraction, 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 fraction. Right? So now we understand what fraction is. It is not a whole number. It's usually a number that is has a whole number and a number that is less than 1. So fractions has the number on the top is called nominator, nominator, nominator. Number on the bottom called denominator, denominator. So the way we read fractions is 3 over 7, 3 over 7. So now we're going to move on. We're going to move on to we're going to go to page 2 in our book. Page 2 in our book, it says compare fractions. So page 2, comparing fractions. So, comparing fractions. So, number 1, it says 2 over 4 equals 4 over 8. And the question says, which is, in the book, it says, which is greater, maybe you don't know this word, greater, it means bigger. Which one is bigger? Which one is bigger? So we have to compare. Compare means we look at two things and see what is the difference. If I compare these two markers, this one is blue, this one is black. I compare. Compare means looking at two things and see which one is different. Blue, black. I compare. So, in this fraction, we look at this fraction and we can read, we say 2 over 4 equals 4 over 8. 2 over 4 equals 4 over 8. We want to know which one is bigger. Is it this one or this one? Now, to find out which one is bigger, we have to do a little magic. We have to do a little math to see which one is bigger. Right now, when I look at this, I don't know which one is bigger. I cannot tell. Why? Because I don't know this and I don't know this. I cannot compare. If it's a whole number, I can see. Oh, 3 is bigger. 2 is smaller. But this one, I don't know. So, I have to change the denominators. Remember we said A over B. B's name is denominator. Nominator. So I have to change the denominators and make it same. So let's take a note to compare fractions. We have to change the denominators. We have to change the denominators of each fraction and make it same. And make it same. Write this, please, in your notebooks. Please write this. This is important. Maybe put a little star here. You say, oh, I want to remember this. I want to remember this. I don't want to forget. So make a little star or something, or you can put it in a box with a colored pen. And you should take note. You should write all this in your notebook. So I will wait a little bit. Take a note and write this, please. I will wait. I will give you 2 minutes to write this. And sorry, my handwriting is not beautiful. If you cannot read, just write what you can, and then I will help you when you come to school next month. So you can follow me in your book too. Now we're doing number one. Number one. So, okay, now we want to know, the question is, which one is bigger? Which one is bigger? I want to change, I have denominator here is 4 and over here is 8. I want to make them same. So I can change 4 into 8. It's easier. I cannot change 8 into 4. So I want denominators to be same. So 8 is bigger, 4 is smaller. I want to change 4 and make it into 8. If I change this into 8, then they'll both have 8, 8. That's what I want. I want denominators to be same. So question is, what number I should multiply 4 with to get 8? What number I should multiply 4 with to get 8? And if you don't know, if you don't remember, you look at your multiplication table on the back of your notebook. School notebook should have a multiplication table in the back. If you look there, you will see that number is 2. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 2 is 8. So I have to multiply this with 4. I have to multiply this with 4. So, sorry, 1 second. I have a red marker. Another color would be helpful. So, what number should I multiply 4 with to get 8? That is 2. And also, like I said before, if you have written this, make a little star. Say, this is important. I want to know this. I don't want to forget. And also this. Everything that is colored in red, that means you have to take a note. You have to remember. So anyways, going back here, we have, so if I multiply this with 2, then I will have the same denominators, right? So I continue here. But when I multiply denominator, I have to multiply denominator too. So if I multiply bottom, I have to multiply top as well. I cannot only multiply the bottom. So when you multiply top and the bottom. Sometimes people call top, and this is bottom. So I write it again, 2 times 2, that is 4. 2 times 4, 8. The second one, I don't have to do anything, it's already 8. 4 over 8. So the question was, which one is greater? They are not greater, they are not bigger, they are same. They are same. None of them is bigger, they are same. Now the denominators are the same, 8, 8, 8, 8. I look at the top numbers, 4, 4, 4 equal 4. So there is no fraction that is bigger or greater, they are the same. If you're taking notes, I will wait a little bit. Now we're going to move on to 2. We're going to do 2. Actually, you can continue writing. I will use this space here. So, I will do 2 here. Maybe you're still writing. Anyway, I'll wait a little bit. So number 1 is finished already. Now we'll do number 2. Remember, book, green book, page 2. We are on page 2, green book, book 5A. If you finish, you can look at question number 2. It says compare 13 over 6 and 2 and 2 over 3. Question says, which one is smaller? Which one is smaller? This is question 2. So this one is a little different because we have this fraction. This is called mixed fraction. This is called mixed fraction. Or sometimes people call improper fraction. So again, I have 2 fractions. I want to know which one is smaller. Which one is smaller? Well, to know which one is smaller, I have to change the denominators. I will follow the same steps. I will do the same thing that I did here. So I write my fraction, 13 over 6, and the other one is 2 and 2 over 3. I want to know, is this one bigger? Is this one smaller? Which one is the smallest? Which one? I don't know. So first I have to change this fraction. I have to change this fraction into this one. Mixed fraction into a regular fraction. How do I do? Well, to do that, we multiply these 2 numbers and then add this number to this number that we multiplied. Watch. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. Denominators don't change. Magic. So I change a mixed fraction into a regular fraction. Now, they're same. They are same. So I'll write it again. 13 over 6, 8 over 3. Now, I go back to question 1. I have to do the same thing. I have to change the denominators. I have to make it same. I have to make it same. So I have 3 and 6. I think it's easier to change 3 into 6, right? I can make 3 or change 3 into 6. It's easy. What do I have to do? Again, you go back to your multiplication table and then you look, you say, what number should I multiply 3 with to get 6? If you look at your multiplication table, you will see that that is 2. 3 times 2 is 6. So, this one I don't have to do anything. This one is 6 already. I don't have to change. Again, when you multiply a number, you have to multiply top and the bottom, not only bottom. So, I multiply 8 and 3. We multiply. We continue. This one we don't do anything. Not yet. 2 times 8, that is 16. 2 times 3, that is 6. Now I have what I want. 6, 6. My denominators are same. They are the same number. 6, 6, 6, 6. Now I can see which one is bigger, which one is smaller. I want to write them over here so we can see better. So, when I change the denominators, this is what I want. Now I have the same denominators. I look at the top numbers. 13 and 16. Which one is smaller? 13 is smaller than 16. So, I put a smaller sign. This means smaller, bigger, so this fraction is smaller than this fraction. How do you know? Teacher, how do you know? Well, I look here, 13 is smaller than 16, right? Or 16 is bigger than 13. And that's the answer. So in the question, you can put, maybe you can put a smaller sign. You should write these really. You say, this fraction is smaller than this one. Now I know, I checked. So if we have time, we'll do one more. I will erase this. I think you had enough time to copy this. I will do one more. I will leave this one here. Maybe you're still writing, so it's okay. You're at home. Maybe go and drink cola or eat snack, chips, rice, something, and then you come back. All right. Now we'll do question 3. Question 3. It says arrange 2 3 over 4, comma 2 3 over 8, comma 14 over 4, and 17 over 8. This one, we're doing this one. We did 1, 2, now we'll do 3, question 3, page 2, question 3. This one is a little difficult because we have many fractions, but we'll follow the same rule. We will do exactly the same steps. What is that? That means we have to change the denominators, make it same. If the denominators are the same, then we look at the top numbers, see which one is big, which one is small. So, question says arrange the fractions from smallest to the greatest. First time, you write the small one, very small one first, and then second smallest, third smallest, and the last one. So, first, let's start with the small one, smallest. So I want to know which one is the smallest. Smallest means the very, very small one. Well, again, we have to change the denominators, but before we do that, we have two fractions. We have two fractions that are improper or mixed fraction. I want to change it to this. I want this fraction to look like this. Because right now I cannot see, right? So let's do that first. How do we do? Multiply, add, multiply, add. So let's do it. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 3, 11. Denominator don't change. Okay, this one is finished. Second one, 2 times 8 is 16, plus 3 is 19 over 8. This one I don't have to do anything. They are already a regular fraction. 14 over 4, 17 over 8. Now, I have all my fractions same regular fractions. Now I go to my step number one. Step number one, change the denominators, make it all same. Once they are all same, then I look at the top numbers and see which one is the smallest. I want the smallest. I want the very, very small one. So let's do that. Well, again, it's easier to change 4 into 8. 4 into 8, right? So I multiply this with 2, and this one is 8, this one is 8. They are 8 already. I don't have to do nothing. Only these ones are different, so I want to change both of them to 8. Again, don't forget, you multiply bottom and top. So I multiply top and bottom, top and bottom. 2 times 11, 22. 2 times 4, 8. Come on. This one I don't do anything, it's already 8. So I just copy here. 2 times 14. Let's see if you know the answer. I hope you do. So 2 times 14 is 28. This one again, I don't do anything. I just copy. Now it looks beautiful. They are all 8, 8, 8, 8. All denominators are the same. Now I want to see, excuse me, which one is smaller. I have 17, 28, 19, and 22. Which one is smaller? Obviously, 17 is the smallest number, so I want to write that one first. This one I write first. This is the smallest. 17, finished. Next small is 19. 19, finished. Next one is 22. Finished. And the last one is 28. Now I arrange my fractions from smallest to the biggest. 17, 19, 22, 28. Take a note, please. I will explain it again. I will explain this again. I know this one is a little difficult, but if you go step by step, then it's okay. We follow the same steps. Maybe this one is finished. I will erase this. So, when you finish, I will explain it again. Maybe you did not understand, and it's okay. If you don't understand something, that is okay. When we are in the classroom in school, you can raise your hand and ask me, Teacher Eric. You say, Teacher Eric, sorry, I don't understand. Can you explain it again, please? And I can explain it again. It is no problem. If you don't understand something, please ask. If you don't ask, I cannot help you. So, I will explain one more time. We're doing page 2, question 3. Question 3 says, arrange these fractions from smallest to the biggest. This is A, we're going to do biggest 2. So what do we do first? First, we have to make all these, this is an irregular or improper fraction, mixed fraction. I want to change this, make it like this, right? So I have to make all my fractions same. I cannot see if this is bigger or smaller if they are different. So step number 1, I change my improper or mixed fractions into a regular fraction. How do I do? I multiply this number with this, and then I add top number to the number that I multiply. So 2 times 4 is 8, plus 3 is 11. The denominator, the bottom number, we don't do anything. So this becomes 11 over 4. 11 over 4. Second one, same steps. 2 times 8 is 16, plus 3 is 19. So this fraction, improper fraction, becomes 19 over 8. These two, I don't do anything. They are already a regular fraction. Now, step number 1. Change the denominators. They are not all same. I have 4, 8, 4, 8. I want to make it all same. So it's easier to change the small number into a big number. Small number into a big number. Remember question 1, we did the same thing. So I want to change 4 into 8. To do that, I have to multiply 4 with 2. But when I multiply, I have to multiply the top number and the bottom number. Top and the bottom. So I multiply 2 times 11 is 22. 2 times 4 is 8. So I have 22 over 8. This one, I don't do anything because it's already 8. I want 8. This one is 8 already. So I don't touch this one because this one is already has the denominator 8. I only change the 4s. Second one is here. I do the same steps. 2 times 14 is 28. 2 times 4 is 8. Now I have all denominators saying 8, 8, 8, 8. Now, question says, which one is smallest? I look at the top numbers. I say I have 22, 19, 28, and 17. Well, 17 is the smallest, right? So I write this one first. 17 over 8. Finished. second one is 19 over 8, finished. Third, 22 over 8, finished. And the last one is 28 over 8. Now question B, it says biggest. It's easy, I don't have to do anything. I have my fractions already. This one is the biggest, so I start from the biggest one. 28 over 8. 22 over 8. 19 over 8. And 17 over 8. Now I arrange my fractions from biggest to smallest. Smallest to biggest, smallest to biggest, and biggest to smallest. Now, this was a refresher. I think you remember some of fractions that you learned in grade 4. Don't worry, if you don't understand it, we will go over this again when you come back to school. Do not worry if you don't understand. So we finished page 2. Next video, we will do this page, page 3, and page 4. I will give you a little homework. Page homework. Page 6. Page 6. Do question 1 only. Page 6, question 1. It's the same. This one. You will do the same. You will arrange the fractions. You will arrange the fractions just like we did here. So homework, page 6, question 1. The next video, we will do that question and we will talk about comparing fractions more. Thank you very much. Swadee Cup. Have a nice day. Cup.